And we're off.
Back at you again.
Episode 4.
New week.
Once again.
Same agenda, same foolishness I come back with.
Wife, you're back. We're here again.
I said black.
Anyway. Once again, it's the Let Me Land podcast with our host, Rockstar 860.
You know I'm Reggae right here. At you. Give you what? Nothing but the realest.
We're missing a week. It was a holiday weekend. Life happened, but we're back at you. Have another exciting show. It's been a great 3 weeks so far. Good feedback from the people. They said they miss me really giving it to this guy because he on the losing end most of the time. But what he has to say.
They said, yeah. People were saying because I was dropping 20 and 10. They said
we go with the basketball again.
I've been consistently dropping nothing but lyrical friggin' analogies and killing you with nothing but the realest factual information. People were saying that.
What them say again?
They're saying that, this is it's child's play right now. However, you look a bit nervous.
It's like 100 degrees in the studio right now, man.
You're sweating.
Is hot?
You look a little nervous.
Not nervous, it's hot.
Yeah.
Finally coming out of the cold time. We're feeling great out here.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciating the 80 degrees today. So what's up, Gaza extremists?
Well, I know,
I'm IDF.
To AI.
No. I'm IDF right now. I'm IDF, man. Information, factual database.
He's been doing research since he's been off for a week. But
that's what they said you needed to do. They said you needed the extra time, man, to get your facts together. But what's going on?
I don't know. But anyway.
What does the Gaza extremists have today? What cartels shall we talk about?
We could talk about Guyana.
We're gonna talk about the multi-millions.
That's coming. That's coming. That's. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But
we gonna talk about the Sizzla.
Sizzla want his bread too.
What we gonna talk about? The Khago?
Khago want him song released.
Yeah. We talk about Mr. Vegas replying.
Anthony Cruz make it happen.
Yo, but hold on. Let me ask you something. Did you see Ivany? Man, hey, 18 and over. You go check Ivany out. She's looking heavy.
Skilli, give her a big shout out. Skilli, a big artist. Give her a big shout out.
Yo,
Ivany.
Skilli's doing his big one right now, man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Skilli, he got several legendary features under his belt, man. So
yeah, from Skilli been in the music industry. He's been doing his dominant thing.
He got his own independent song, and he has some strong features.
Brick palm brick.
Yeah. So what's going on, man? What is the extremist got on his agenda for today?
Kartel did his thing in Guyana. It was a big show, monumental. Again, he was supposed to perform in Trinidad this past weekend, and a debacle happened with Jocko, the promoter, Trinidad, the government. I don't know, but we're going to reason about it. What we're going to talk about, his not showing first or the big price tag. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that the price tag would probably come before him not showing. Well, not showing would come before the price tag. So, if you've been living under a rock, Kartel didn't go to the Trinidad show. That's kind of been advertising since I went to Freedom Street. So right outside of, I'd say early January, they started to speak about this Trinidad show. And I guess complications between Kartel and the promoter, contractual disagreements or what have you. So the people, I guess Kartel fans were disappointed.
I would be disappointed if I spent the amount of money that we're hearing they spent to go. Island, small island, whatever. But money was monumentous.
I'll give people a heads up. just in reality. I think Cartel's ticket prices is the same price everywhere you go. And what I mean by that is that in US, maybe a bleachers to go to Barclay at the time, maybe it was like 300. So I think in Trinidad, I think it's gonna be maybe maybe bleachers is like 100 and something dollars. You know what I mean? So it is expensive. You know, hardworking money is hardworking money.
Yeah, in these times with the Trump tariffs and all these craziness going in the world, money is hard to come by, but entertainment is there all around. We see Beyonce doing her thing, Kendrick Lamar doing his thing, so Cartel doing his thing, and he's doing it monumentous. He's doing it for a king's ransom, like how he is freed by the king, Privy Council. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's unfortunate because Cartel Trinidad show was one of the most anticipated shows since his release, since Freedom Street, because he was supposed to do early in the year, I think around February, around the carnival
Yeah,
time.
like I said, yeah,
And it was
yeah.
put off because of carnival time and little controversy in the media.
Well, what Cartel had said about that was that the promoter was trying to keep it, and everyone advised. Even you had Patreon saying that they're gonna go on a starve, a
Yeah, 'cause I remember
strike.
that time when
So
it, you know what I mean?
basically, everybody was against keeping that show that early or during that time or festive time. But yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, and so we saw from early in the year, and we saw it put off till now in May, 31st, the last day in May, whatever. And to see everybody was anticipating it, like I said, and for it to come about and not happen is a major disappointment to his fans, the Trinidadians, you know what I mean? So it's a black eye for dancehall. It's a black eye for the promotion, Jocko. So that's nothing good. We see that the government is going into his finances now to see how he come by so much American or US dollars to give to Cartel, the 950,000 that he says he gave Cartel up front. But Cartel wanted a heftier sum than that, a 1.3 or 1.4 mil, who knows. You know what I mean? And for that not to happen, it's a damper to Trinidad, but I'm sure they'll make it happen in the future. I'm sure Cartel now go turn him back on them fans in Trinidad, you know what I mean?
So I'm just asking your opinion. Do you think that possibly because I just been seeing whatever you read some of the comments and what do you feel about Patreons and we're saying Cartel fans and they're typically just basically saying he should have kind of did like a shorter set. What say you? Or just do
Well,
a
I
thing.
can't really. Business is business, and it was contractual business. Not because the sum is so high that we should take it and say, everybody, like I said on our previous shows, everybody have done worth. Carter said that's his worth, and he wants his worth before he performs. Because he could have performed and don't get no money. We see what happened to Jacure. Jacure is doing 6 years in the Netherlands for a similar situation. He works for a promoter and don't get his pay. Then Cartel just coming out of his situation, he's coming out of, I'm sure he don't want to go back that route. And everything he been doing seems very professional because he says he works and walks with his lawyer, not just have a lawyer. His lawyer is a part of his team. So family is a part of your team and contracts is involved, you have to do it by the books. Because even if, say, you're buying a sports team and you have your deadline, for me, each payment according to how they structure their thing. If you miss a payment, your 200, 300, 400 million dollars gone because you missed the date. So like, I'm not gonna knock Cartel for what he did. That's his business. That's his business sense. You know what I mean?
My lawyer 2 times for knock Cartel. And I think if you knock him no more,
Why?
wifey
Cause
how
you're
much
just a
time?
knock, so.
I you did I knock him? I mean my lawyer two
Me never
times.
knock
Some
him. What
yeah, you
did I
say how
say?
much time you want, knock Cartel.
I can't knock him.
Back to the subject matter.
Did y'all hear that?
So
I don't
if
know.
if I do understand and I thought about it and I've given it, some good thought. And what I came up with mentally is just like, I don't just take, if I take the number off, because everyone from they hear whatever the fee was, 1.3. Once you hear the 1.3, you think whatever you think, whether you think he deserves it or not. It's either you think either which way.
I don't dispute
So
worth or not. That's his
allow me.
worth.
See me, I fly in the big 40, 747. Allow me. So what I say is that, all right, if you take that away and you don't think about it and you just think about, all right, the artist, where, as you said, contractually, I think that for where fans would say that they would have taken a shorter set, I think that that's a disservice to Cartel, to his fans. So I don't think that he would have wanted to come to Trinidad for the first time and just giving people a rush set. You know, right now Cartel is the face of dancehall. You know, he's setting the standard, he's setting the bar. You know, so with that being said, you know, and he's actually on a high right now, where his performance at Guyana was, you know, it's stellar. It's kind of like to the par where you really want to see him perform. So I don't think that for him to go anywhere and do like a little pian set, no, that I when him go over Sham Stamp party, him can go do a little, you know what I'm saying, a little half a set or something like that. But no, I don't think that would have been adequate. But now, what do you think about this? I know, well, I know he's a Gaza extremist, so we all know what he thinks. But this $1.3 million, I'm thinking, because he said it was a discount, I'm thinking he's probably at 1.5. Um, what, number one, do you think the promoter or whoever released that information, do you think it helps or hurts Cartel?
I'm glad you bring that up because it's not going to hurt him, but I believe it was bad business sense to put out private business, contract business like that. You know what I mean? That should have been between the promoter and Cartel and their teams. That's not for public knowledge. Yes, when Cartel did the song, the comment he said to get Cartel to your city, that would take a couple milli. We took it for fun there, we ran with it and we talked and we braggadocious and yeah, but we don't really know. When he came to Barclays, he mentioned he got a couple mil to be on the stage tonight. He's saying it, but we don't really know. Yeah, I mean, so to come out to see the promoter now, Jocko, come out and blatantly put this man's fee out there, and then he has other contracted dates here and there all over the place, and who knows what each of these people is paying. That's very disrespectful and that's very unbusiness sense. You know what I mean? Unbusiness wise. And I wouldn't want my business like that out in the public. You know what I mean? Yeah, we hear other artists like Beyonce and Kanye get extraordinary sums of money, but we don't know for sure if that's what they get. You know what I mean? But to actually, the promoter say this, even though he could be lying, we don't know. But to see him put out a actual fee or actual sum, I believe that was unprofessional.
Well, I don't think that it's kind of a lie, because it's kind of so public now to where Trinidad's government is getting involved. They're looking into where the funds would have
And
came
even that,
from.
look at where he brought
Come
it
on,
to.
my boy. Come on, come on, come on.
Land,
come
land,
on.
land,
Come
brother,
on.
land.
Come on.
Watch the water.
Come on.
Watch the water.
Anyway, yeah, so like when the government is kind of like looking into the funds and inquiring into the promoter and how they've obtained certain assets, I would lean more towards believing that that cartel sum is accurate. And, you know, he said that he gave a discount. So that there's that. Um, so my answer to if I think it helped or it hurt him, honestly, I think it hurt him. I think it hurt him a lot. There's a couple of points that I would say, and it's unfortunate that you've been running since last week, because, you know, as soon as this happened, you know, there was a different topics that, you know, I could have rubbed you out on, I could have murdered
Mention
you.
it.
Anyway, But
Go
you see,
into
like
it.
in like all right, so here in this cartel situation, I think the reason why it hurts him is because now, yeah, we seen the arenas. We knew it was grand. We know, yeah, he's the face of dancehall. But now we have a number. I don't think that cartel now it affects cartel as far as just with Jamaican artists. I think the whole industry, whether international or within Jamaica diaspora or the Caribbean diaspora, I think that all artists now is looking at cartel as far as he's Mr. Moneybags. He's the cash cow now. You know, he's obtaining money like only Drake and the top tier elite hip hop or rap artists are receiving funds like these. So with that being said, um, when Cartel decides to keep Freedom Street again next year, will will all of the artists want to just come and run to the stage and just be happy to be in his presence, or will that kind of set it to a point where, hey, you look at him and you're just like, yo, bro, it's not just like a pass through thing. Do I need, I don't know, it depends on which caliber artist, but I need, $10,000. I need
Yes,
fifteen
like I
thousand
said,
dollars.
I don't believe it would hurt cartel, but I believe it would hurt other artists overpricing themselves. Remember, like you said, that cartel is the face of dancehall. So that means everybody will gravitate to cartel. And if those said artists come to Freedom Street later this year, and they're not going to come in just to look at cartel, they want to be a part of the wave that's going on. And I doubt that if an artist was getting a 50,000 before, he's going to just go up to 100,000 overnight now.
Well, no,
I
no, no, no.
mean,
I don't
like,
think. No, no, no. I
yeah, he probably
definitely.
go up a
That's
50 to
not.
a
No, 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 no,
53,000.
no,
I
no, no. So what
understand,
I'm basically
but
saying is that, honestly, what I'm saying is that I think Freedom Street was a gift to him. Welcome back. So I don't think any artist would have charged him for Freedom Street. What I'm saying is that now, with this number being presented in the public's eye. Now
yes,
I think when Freedom Street comes now or forwards in for the new year or whenever he's gonna keep it,
yes.
I think he now becomes a promoter. So instead of before, if this number wouldn't have been out, maybe we could have give some people a thing. But now it's kind of put like this. It wasn't a problem. Like we see him buying houses and we see him, these things, and we see it
You
and we
know
see
people went gold, right?
no, 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 no. We've seen basically what I'm saying to you is that we've seen the growth since he's come out of
Oh,
prison, right? And we've seen this lavish life where Cartel's not going to Panama right now going shopping anymore, bro.
no, the finest of the finest.
He's on
He's
Fifth
not even leaving
Avenue.
his house. They're
Yeah,
coming to him.
he's on Fifth Avenue. He's in Miami.
Yeah,
He's getting
the finest of the finest.
$100,000 chains and with pendances. So he's
You see the
getting
world boss?
yeah, 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 yeah. He's doing his thing. Like,
Yeah, the
he's
pennant
doing
I'm
his
talking.
thing.
You saw the pennant.
I did.
Okay.
What I'm saying to you is that when his show comes now, I think he becomes a promoter where ones are going to even or any one of his shows going forward. I think ones are not where before they probably would have been happy to be there. Don't and I'm not talking small artists. I'm talking about an artist that might have had a song that might have charted. I'm saying that these artists will probably they're going to be looking at him in a way where it's kind of like, yo,
And if he
you
has
can
to
pay
play
the
the
fee.
promoter role, I don't.
You can
Yeah,
pay
he
the
could pay
fee.
the fees.
And all right, so I
I
was a
mean,
bit long with that one.
I don't believe cartel is out here to be like, oh, it's all mines and mines alone. Like, come on, I don't think. Look at Nuffy. Your brethren Nuffy, my brethren Nuffy. Look how Nuffy is looking. You see Nuffy and them new pennant and chain from over there? Nuffy, I look good. I mean,
I didn't really see it, but like,
Nuffy
no,
looking good. Nuffy
Nuffy.
on plane and people ask Nuffy and I come to Nuffy like him at cartel right now.
But here's the thing
Nuffy
then.
doing
All right,
fabulous.
here's the thing
So,
then. If
I
I'm
mean,
Nuffy, and I'm gonna be totally honest, and you guys can call me Red Eye if you want. But if I'm Nuffy, and I'm not gonna lie, I think this is a bit shy. But I'll just throw out. Let's just say I was getting $5 grand a show. I'm here, the boss. I get $1 million a show.
you want 10 now?
I was supposed to get 10 anyway.
That's what I said. But I said nothing. I get.
I
said nothing. I get that from start.
Yeah, in my
more
head,
than
I'm
that.
supposed to be getting 10. So if I'm getting 10, all right, then
Brother, I get
I'm
10.
comfortable. If
yeah,
I'm
I get
getting 10, I'm
for
comfortable.
call out and
Here what the boss
and
need
walk
to do.
around on the
Here what
stage. That's
Kartel
a
need for do.
fabulous night.
I'm gonna tell you what Kartel need for do. And because we're late, bro, because you that run from this discussion.
We
and
never
you think
late.
that,
We never
you think
late.
That, well,
We're
you
never
think
late.
that every week,
We're never
now
late.
come on, just verbally assault you.
We're never
Sometimes we
late.
can have a reason and it could be
We're never
converse.
late.
It don't gotta be so
Bro,
crazy.
every
But
weekend
here what
I had a
Kartel,
grand
in my
slam over
opinion, Kartel should have done.
What?
Kartel need to buy a Gaza pendant and issue a nothing too grand, nice little Gaza pendant. Issue a give Nuffy, Sean Storm, friggin' Mad Sus them. And you don't know all of the people that will stay close to them. Nothing, they don't gotta be nothing too grand, nothing too crazy. Just a dope ass Gaza pendant. Issue out, little bling, right? Boom, you do that. And then now, you see me? You just go on and you build a thing. No.
So it's in a bill already?
No,
and
as far as
all of them a car. Way more than a pendant.
No, I'm just saying.
But
no.
then give them a car way more than a pendant. So
of course.
Where him do?
No,
Where
no,
him do
no,
again?
no.
Nothing I make, before the year done, nothing I make at least 100,000.
But that's how the kind of rap, that's how the rappers do it, as far as branding, my youth. For, like kind of firmly established. And the reason why I'm saying that is just kind of just ease off some of the red eye where I gonna come forward because of
Brother,
these new.
Nobody not red eye Drake in a rap. Nobody not red eye Jay-Z. They know them level. Who are the red eye Kartel? In the on them level.
You can't walk on. You can't.
Nobody they expect
anyway,
Kartel to come out and move around like a simple artist.
No.
And that would expect Kartel to come around and a dry Toyota.
One more thing I would say about Kartel.
Really?
The only thing, because you know what, most of these talking points, what I was saying earlier is, because you run, most of the talking
them never dead out.
Most of the talking points have been most of the talking points have kind of been addressed and people have
but
thought,
this is our
Jesus Christ,
this is our platform.
Can you allow me? Could you allow me, please?
But you want to talk about like you don't want to speak.
Most of the talking points have been said. So most of the things that I thought that you and I could have discussed have been said. However, I think this is something that, I know for a fact that no one have said this at this point. And what I'll say is, Adi, the teacher, I hope you can do maths because they have now opened Pandora's box. So yes, while you have other artists that might have been, or might be kind of looking and pocket watching, so to speak, we have somebody that's much rougher and tougher. And you're here in the States now, and his name is Uncle Sam. So we want you to go ahead and just watch out for the taxes, because that's going to be very important going forward, because they done put out their business. So the 1.3 is really what, like 6.5 or something like that. So, or 650,000. You got to be careful. Watch your taxes. Pay your taxes.
Brother,
you don't want to be crazy.
I know see them on road with a liar. I'm sure all of that is in. That's sure. You know about Uncle Sam and them taxes and the liar. I don't lead them astray. You know what I mean? And that's something. That's a good point you made though, because enough people got broke through Uncle Sam not pay them tax. So we're not wrong if you say that neither. Because that's something that everybody should know.
Yeah, because
that's
he's on the radar now.
Not just Kartel, but everybody.
Everyone's
but, like I said, I'm sure he has good financial advisors around him. Scatter been in America, know that Russian and them know about all of that entertainment and all this. You know?
Yeah,
I'm sure while he was in prison, I like to say, I don't think he was just sitting there trying to make fever a hit. I'm sure he's doing a lot of educational things and building up his business sense and him business etiquette and him portfolio. You know what I mean?
So I definitely wanted to touch on that point.
But that's a good point now, and I'm wrong you to say that, because we see all Fat Joe and them man, they go to prison for all them not paying taxes.
And once, so that was one of the reasons why I was
and that's why the promoter, big festival, for let out people business the way they, because it's not just trying to embarrass Kartel for say, me give him 950,000 and then come perform for me. It's also, like you said, Uncle Sam taxes, this, that.
Yeah, he's
no, look at Jocko himself. Trinidad want to know where you find the American forget him.
Because what
You know what I mean?
what will happen now is he's, like I said, Pandora's box is open.
Yeah,
So
and that was-
you look at the Miami show, or you look at the Barclay 2 shows, and you're saying, oh, Mr. Uncle Sam, you know, dudes there doing
Well,
his
the ones in
accounting
American
and-
things, we can't really call everybody have them eyes on it, and that's calculation.
No, that's
you know
what I'm
I mean?
saying.
So-
But once he's verbally said that, yo, this is his fee, and this guy confirmed the fee. Legal has been involved. The only thing I just want to put is out, you know, it's not like some of these smaller artists is here where, you know, they come and they go to a social club. You might have 2,000 patrons. You collect a bag. It's kind of like it's cash money. It's a cash business. You can go ahead and work with the numbers. This guy here is doing arenas, so it's just something. I don't want to stay too long on it, but it was just something I thought about.
Man, and speaking of that, we run into this real quick. What do you think about him doing arenas over the world now? We see him have 5 shows, 2 in the O2, the big one, not the Winky Dinky or your Virgin do, but the big one. You know what I mean? 2 sell out 20,000. We're seeing gone over France, non-English speaking country, speak French. 20,300 in that big arena.
As a Gaza extremist, you always speak with doubt, and you know.
No, I don't speak them sell out already. I'm just asking you what you think about it.
As a Gaza extremist,
there's no doubt the ticket's gone already.
As
People
a
are waiting
Gaza,
on the show.
As a Gaza,
and I like Vada where them have you know, remember Vada? They have a show where they and them say cancel.
As a Gaza extremist, you always speak with doubt. I told you several weeks ago, I have no doubt that Vybz Kartel will have any issues selling out any venue for the first time.
Let me just ask you how you feel about it. You're gone in the cell. I just ask you.
There's nothing to really feel. Like, what do you do? I'm telling you that it is predicted.
The reason why I ask you this, cause I'm think they give in the bag still, and as I'm sure they give more than 1.3. I'm sure. Live Nation. That's why I was asking. I'm just.
No,
so,
but
get affected.
No, better you say that now he's not doing shows for promoters anymore.
Yeah, he can dash a grassroots.
Allow me to land.
He can dash a grassroots.
Better you say that
Irish
he's not
chin.
doing shows for promoters anymore, and now he has an actual tour. Because all of these other things, dates that he's had, these are dates that he's done for promoters.
Yeah.
Now with Live Nation, this would be an actual tour.
But you do know tour. Live Nation was also a part of those locals too.
I don't.
I mean,
I don't.
See, I followed up. Mona Scott is also, her show is next week, matter of fact.
I don't.
At Atlantic City, Mona.
What does Mona Scott have to do with?
She promote over Atlantic City next.
What? Oh, you talking Mona
Cartel
Scott?
Show. Yeah, Mona Scott. Love and Hip Hop.
Cartel show.
Yeah, she do a Florida show with OG Mateo.
Okay.
I mean, CJ have a show tomorrow night over Atlanta, which are the 6th of Friday.
Oh, I told you, goddamn, with this tour date stuff,
Yeah,
you extreme with this thing,
So,
dog.
Me not, brother, I'm just.
You got the tour date, dog. What the?
World boss, but you don't know. Jocko, get it together, brother. A wrong thing you do for let out the man business.
So yeah,
You know what I mean?
so you said, I don't know, I didn't hear it, but you did say that Jocko, he's spoken.
Yeah, Jocko spoken. Jocko has spoke.
Is it something that you know, remember a link where people can find?
Yeah, man.
Such?
Matter of fact, I think I saw it on Tropics or over the Observer.
And how long did he speak for? What was it of audio?
It was a written.
Okay.
Somebody interviewed him over in Trinidad.
Okay.
I think it was ET&T. I think that's the name of the
So
platform.
what did he say? What did Jocko say?
Jocko is just explaining like what happened with Carter situation. Him saying pay the money, and he was wishing that Carter would make it. Him they tell him to rebook his flight for the Friday, whatever. Well, it looks like the Carter did already. Him still say the man I miss all the deadline them already, and hopefully say he could have wired the money like how he is supposed to, and it never happened. So Carter never make it. But a lot of people is not really blaming Carter still, cause of all of the things he went through with the government and the defense minister. But at the same time, Cartel is saying, Jackie, you put me in all of that bangarang with those people when it wasn't necessary. And then where I get tonight, Sizzla.
Hold on. So stick with this Jocko topic. So I'm not sure if you've heard or not, but I think I heard that they cleared like 20,000 patrons. I'm not sure if this to be true or not.
I don't like, yeah, because I heard some numbers, 23 this and 27 that, but I don't really know.
23,000,
Yeah, I heard it 23,600.
Well, so
and
my
the next
thing
time
is-
you hear like 27,300.
Well,
some shit like
whatever, 23, 27, let's call it 17,000.
that. No, let's call it 23,000.
Hold on, bro. Just allow me to get there, bro. Like, just
Why?
allow me to.
Why? Never get there with me and me a man.
All right. Anyway, if he got 17,000 patrons to come for this dance, I don't know the math, but I think he still clears that cartel fee and still makes a profit. You know, so my thing is,
I remember he said he got sponsors, investors who gave him upfront money and raise. So I don't know.
I mean, even reach over there, sir. But you would have said, all right. So he gives cartel collects 900,000, and then the other headliners don't show. So there's no because all right, fine, we could say there's a blemish between him and cartel, and you say whatever, whether you're on cartel side or you're on his side, that's fine and all and well. But then when you have like acts like Sizzla that's there, and Sizzla doesn't perform, and then you have, you know, Marley, you know.
Well, in actuality,
she doesn't
I
perform
never
either.
cartel alone in the money issues with Jocko. Sizzla didn't get his promised
Exactly.
amount
That's
of money
exactly what I'm
that he
saying.
was supposed to receive.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Marley looked like she never get fair money. Marley Dan, the male, looked like he didn't get his money. Chronic Law
Is
did
the
not
only
get
one
his
look like
money,
he-
but he still went on stage. We don't know
Okay.
why, but he still did that. Everybody else who didn't get their money that they were supposed to get, they didn't perform.
This seems
When it comes to Sizzla now, cause you mentioned Sizzla,
this seems
Sizzla-
like this was a dancehall pansy,
no, it looked like
like a pansy scheme.
looked like-
dancehall pansy.
it looked like Jocko, if you want me be honest, Jocko mash up the money for Hurley and do some things and the money mess up along the way. And they might try pay Peter, rob Peter for pay Paul and it not add up. And when it come now to the night of the show or the weekend or the week of the show, nobody no get what them forget cause Cartel no get what him forget for end it off. Sizzla no get what him forget for end it off. Like we say Marley and Marley Dan and Chronic Law. So if you ask me, Jocko, along the way, cause if you get the investment money, me, if you are my investor and me I bring Cartel, me I pay Cartel first. At least make sure Cartel get, cause no matter what, if me not end up pay Sizzla, Marley Dan and the rest of them, Cartel I go come perform and the people I go happy cause the people really want to see Cartel. But you mash up Cartel money for Hurley and I try to scramble now and now make nothing add up in at the end. And then at the end, you look like a fool and you blame Cartel because you're trying to put out his sum to say, all right, me pay him almost $1 million and him not come perform when he could have because I only owe him 400,000 more. Really?
You sound very.
Brother, you wouldn't do it. So don't tell me something sound like I wouldn't do
You sound
it.
very angry.
If I was Cartel, I'd be damn angry 'cause I could have
But
did
that's-
something else
that's
with
what
my
I'm saying.
weekend.
You're
I
not-
could have made more
You're
money
not-
somewhere
you're
else.
Not cartel, and you sound very angry.
So imagine how Cartel feel. Even
No,
though he
we're
get
not talking about you.
950,000.
We're not talking about Cartel,
He's supposed
we're
to
talking about
smile
you.
still, but I mean, him have a name in a bangarang for a month. For nothing, and him still don't even get the money.
Yes,
At
sir.
least put my name in a bangarang for the month and pay me at the end of the month. Me that
Cartel
happy.
get 950,000.
He not get 1.3 when he forget.
You still.
Him not
angry?
getting 1.3 when he forget. All you, brother, I know you.
The guys are
You see, if a man
extremists.
where you fight out you vex, so don't tell me about
guys
him.
are extremists,
You know what I
they're
mean?
different.
That's him, folks. Make a man when fight out right now. Him want to box it down.
No.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
well,
yes.
anyway.
I'm
back to-
honest. Come
yeah,
on, don't lie
back
to yourself.
Sizzla, Black to Sizzla. You know, so it was kind of unfortunate to see Kalonji being in Trinidad. I've seen some videos where he would have been in the country after the show, and you know he didn't perform.
No, but
He
you
didn't.
got yeah.
He didn't perform.
I was about to get to why Sizzla didn't for
Me no
card.
cut you though.
Oh, Jocko explain
Me never
it.
cut you. I mean, me a talk though, dog. Anyway, Sizzla was on the island, and I seen he linked with some other promoters, and promoting another Sizzla in concert, which would be this weekend. And that was something where it was just like, wow, you know, something didn't work out right. It looks like Sizzla wants to please his fans. He stayed in the country for another week, and you know he had to. And who knows how that arrangement is, where you know in a week time, you know, kicking out promotion just to try to make get another venue and everything for the Sizzla event.
Sizzla professional still, son. Him in the island and he love Trinidad and Trinidadian people love Sizzla, so you don't know Sizzla. Trust me, Sizzla must get that thing, so you know what I mean. But speaking of Sizzla and with Jocko's situation, now Jocko said now when it forward to Sizzla didn't get his money what he was supposed to get, but he made it to the island like you said. When every news broke said Kartel not forward now, I guess Jocko them and Sizzla start negotiate. According to Jocko, Sizzla said, all right, me at the headliner now, since Kartel not there, me a big artist, me a the headliner. Ray, put something on something, me want a Kartel some. You feel me?
This where you getting this?
This is what Jocko said in his paper interview,
okay.
Yes.
So it must say, wanted now the headliner fee.
He want headliner fee,
Okay.
which is a right thing. But me, I say still, Jocko, I say he can't do that because he never planned to do that. All him plan to do was just give Sizzla the rest of his fee when him owe him and move from there. But it look like he never even give Sizzla that.
Because that's what I was just gonna get at. Sorry to cut you, but really quick, I would have get at. Patrons would have still been satisfied to get even a partial Sizzla set. But then here goes devil's advocate, where I would say, who's to say that Sizzla wanted to give his fans
a full set,
a partial,
yeah,
you know, so. You know, you damn if you do, damned if you don't. What you were saying? Okay.
Yeah, and even with that, now Jocko say, him not plan to get Sizzla no more than what them already negotiate pan. So we say Sizzla for far out of that and him not perform either. So it was just like, it seemed like from the government that the defense secretary start talk about that show, yeah, like so everything just going out and snowball.
It was a snowball. It started
and it just
to
crumble.
Yeah.
And then at the end we just say what it became. And Jocko, do better next time. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. Jocko, if the man then give you the upfront money upfront, deal with everything upfront. Don't play with the people, their money, Jocko, and then at the end you lose, Jocko. You have to give them the money upfront. If the man give you 5 million, pay Kartel in 1.3 early. You still have 3.7 left to do what you want to do.
Have money. You would have had money off of the ticket sales also.
Also, you know what I mean, Jocko, and I saw you hustle, Jocko, and I saw you do the business.
That's
you know what I
unfortunate.
mean? Now you get everybody in your business, here, there, everywhere. The government in your business. You know what I mean? Now you look like a fool. You keep making up stories, Jocko, and it's your fault in the end. You know what I mean?
Jocko wasn't the only person this week that was in a bunch of scrutiny. How about the one Khago and Anthony Cruz?
Galtany.
And not only that, Mr. Vegas even chimed in.
Even
Mr.
hurting Angels prospect of doing a big
Vegas
song.
been finding his way into the social sphere weekly now. He pushed out Footer this week and now it's Vegas again.
That sounds away.
You couldn't wait for get a
That
little
sounds
dead one.
away.
Well, anyway, what do you think, boy? What do you think? What do you think? You're despicable. You're gross. You're naughty. Go ahead. What do you think about this car? So number one, Cargo.
What's the name of Cargo song again?
Time.
The rhythm, a two-time rhythm.
Two-time rhythm is the name of it.
Yeah, but I don't remember the
Two
name of the
times.
song. I know
The
I'm
name
say
is Two Times.
a Rick Storm song, cause him a Rick song in I
He
name
named
that
Two
song.
Times. The song named Two Times.
But the song is a good song, Cargo. One of your best songs in a while. After you left the liquor foolery you did do with Sean Storm and Deva brought about in a clash, you finally find a good song. You know what I mean? When
Sean Storm and him did a clash?
yeah, man. Last year when Sean Storm forward from hell.
Okay.
Them did try resurrect one of them career and none of them didn't resurrect. But
You
look
talk,
like
you said none of them you talk Sean Storm?
no, I talk about Khago and Deva brought. But it look like say Khago get a resurrection now.
So Sean
With the
Storm
new
career
song.
resurrect?
Yeah, so Sean stand up on stage what they in a guy and
Me just
I'm
ask you a
doing
question.
thing.
You just see him on stage? I
You
know me
didn't
just
see you didn't see when you come out
me
and
see
I
me
doing
hear one, me see one intro.
you doing set with
You never see
you doing
stage.
song My Life and caught up on
Me
stage
never
and
see the stage
but
performance.
you
Me
not
not
gonna
look
see
to
it,
see
cause you not
people.
look for it.
Alright, take care.
Hello.
Have a nice day. Yeah, you're weird, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yo, this is a Let Me Learn podcast. Yeah, I mean, like, share, subscribe, comment. Anyway, Khago and Galtony, Garnet niece. It seems like Khago, I say, a theme rhythm. Not really theme, but Mikey Spice rhythm.
No, Anthony Cruz is saying it's his
No,
song.
I know Anthony Cruz is saying it's his. But originally when we hear the song, a Khago I put out the work. A Khago I put out Angel's song and Mr. Vegas they do a song. And Theme sang it out. Them three songs there. I look like them have a flow again and probably like two more people song for put out. I know we say Anthony Cruz go around a Pink Panther now live and cause whole heap of fracas and ruckus. So a theme song, a theme rhythm, and them can't put out no song cause him the song on the rhythm from 2019 that nobody has heard about, but you know what I mean?
No, it's not that you never heard about it.
You heard
Heard
about
it,
that
but-
song?
Yeah, I heard about it.
You
but
heard
never,
it?
I just said yes.
Or
But
you just play it through your ear, this controversy.
I just said yes. However, the song, it wasn't, it's not like the song generated any buzz. And now that the Khago song has buzz, Anthony Cruz is injecting himself, pause, to make it seem as if he's the owner of the rhythm. Khago, Vegas, well, Vegas really entered the group chat and said, hey, you know, this rhythm here that Khago has written a song for me, giving me half publishings, saying, hey, this rhythm is not Khago, not Anthony Cruz rhythm, but it's also actually a veteran artist. What's his name again?
Neil Diamond or Mikey Spice?
Mikey Spice.
But it has something to do with Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond is the originator, but Mikey Spice might have gotten rights to
Do that
release
rhythm.
his song. So what Anthony Cruz, because he's the last person that would have worked on the rhythm in 2019. Khago comes now, his song is percolating, it has a buzz, people like it. Vegas, you know, a bunch of seasoned artists are, you know, excited to want to jump on this rhythm right here. I don't, to be honest,
You like Khago song?
I listened to it a couple times.
It's a good song.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite
Yeah,
Khago
not
song.
my favorite, but it's a good
no,
song.
but I'm just saying, out of Khago's catalog, I wouldn't say this is my favorite Khago song. Or I wouldn't even say, like, this is the song that I was looking forward as a cultural song to be like the leading song right now, per se.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I said, do you like it as a
No, but I'm
as a
saying that it is
Khago
because
song? It's a good song.
there's no
Listen.
other really cultural song. So this is what has the most attention, the most traction.
Let me ask you, cause you's a big reggae lover.
I don't.
Me,
No, I don't.
what?
No, I don't really. It's
You
not
love
my-
cultural music, brother.
Yeah, no.
Don't pretend
I
like.
was saying no, I don't to the song Khago song.
Oh, sorry. But anyway, like you're a big reggae lover.
Yeah.
And we always are here from what day. You be a better person to gauge this more than myself. Reggae are dead?
I would say, yeah, I wouldn't say it's dying. I'm saying that we don't have that fresh crop where dancehall has the season crop, the Skillibeng. And to be fair though, with reggae, they take longer for bloom. You see me I say? I
All right, what was the last bloomer then? What would you say? What was the last bloom? Who was the last bloomer that? Coffee?
I think she would be, but I think it would have been within that whole movement during that time, as far as the Chronics, the Proto them, the Leela them, during that time. That would, and I'm not
10
saying
years that, brother.
I want to say this clearly. I'm not saying that there aren't ones right now that's doing their thing, but it hasn't gotten to my radar. So yes, right now, dancehall, reggae is in a lull. That's what I'll say. It's in a lull. It's in a place where, it's in a hiccup, but don't worry. It's kind of like the stock market. You have a bubble where, there's a time where it seems like it crashed. But this is the time to invest in it, because now is the time where the market is it's fully open, and reggae is in a very good place. Reggae is in a very good place, and we have a fresh crop that's gonna bloom out of nowhere. You
brother, but me just watch Phantom Mojo over Kashima Francis Wadi, and I say it's rough out in the world, even in the reggae world, Europe, those places, it's rough out there.
Phantom
the
Mojo.
California,
Phantom
the
Mojo.
reggae on the river, those places, the Colorados, those little patches of places. The one place I like a groove in Arizona, them places where we know it plays, but it's not playing like it used to play. It's like the drum not beat as hard.
No. Phantom Mojo.
Even Romain Virgo said it. Out in the world, in Europe.
I don't think
the guitar not strum.
No, that is not
so
true.
loudly.
That is not true. Ratatam and these venues are thriving, so that is not true. What I would say, wait to the particular individual, what you say where, what's his name?
Phantom Mojo.
You see Phantom? I think Phantom has been a bit jaded and a bit distracted in the music. He has other things, personal issues that he might want to go ahead and deal with, and
Did you watch the interview, by the way?
Use some of these.
I'm asking you that. I gotta stop you a little bit.
Use some of these personal issues and take them into the studio. Produce good music.
That's what I'm asking. Did you watch that?
We're hearing you verbally.
The interview.
Yo, Phantom Mojo, you want to come over here? You want to come join us? You want to be a blogger?
Phantom, I asked him if
you want to be a blogger?
Because you say you're traveling.
I mean,
the coast.
You guys have to pick our struggles, bro.
I don't know.
You guys need to get in the studio, make some very good music. You have the capabilities. Go get with the writers if it so be the case. But whoever it was that was assisting
This is the man that sung Mama Hungry, Papa Hungry.
Yeah, but she's still hungry. She wasn't hungry just during that time.
This is the man who was in the tight pants and the backpack with that mash up the world in 2004-5.
I think that was part of a damper to his.
But this one, he was the hardest thing in a reggae.
No,
at one point.
I think he were no.
Yes, Fanta did create a fire.
I think he confused. I think he confused his genre of fans with the backpack and type. Pants.
So do you think when he crossed over the other day and did the slack songs, them that hurt him?
Of course, that confused the dancehall fans. There's a lot, and you know what, Fanta?
Would you say confuse the dancehall fans or the reggae fans? Because dancehall, I go accept anything, even.
Well, it was the reggae
Gully
fans.
Bop, them accepted
it was
Gully
the
Bop.
reggae fans. It's the reggae fans. My apologies. And I don't want to pick on Phantom, so forgive me, and I'll move off of you. But however, there's been a lot of reggae artists that has made the wrong step, whether some of their personal beliefs, and they've made a step, and they might be forward thinking, but the culture hasn't moved that forward. We're not so. They don't like tight pants.
Can I ask you something? All right. You said the culture reggae hasn't moving forward. And I'm going to ask you a very controversial. You love reggae, bro. I'm going to ask you a real question. Because you love reggae.
Yeah.
It's not like if we are talking about dance and you're going to ask me a cartel question.
Yeah.
All right. You said it a while ago, say, reggae not moving forward.
Well, I mean...
Wait, can I ask a question? Do you think Bob Marley presence, Bob Marley, who Bob Marley name, image, do you think that holds reggae back?
So when I said that reggae wasn't moving forward, I didn't mean like the genre per se. I just meant like those individuals, you know, like the culture's not moving forward with certain agendas. So that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that reggae is not moving forward, like it's not uplifting and it's not gonna grow. It's at a lull at the current moment. However, it's not moving forward as far as with new beliefs. You know, like we live here in the
That's why I
States.
asked you, because everybody's stuck on Bob Marley and what he came and presented to the world. I'm asking, and I agree with you. We need new. When Buju came and tell Shiloh, everybody grab. When Garnet, everybody grab. So it be times when people gravitate to new things. But
Yeah.
I'm asking you in this time,
Yeah.
cause you know, say Bob Marley still rule on Apple Music. Bob Marley, no matter what, Prodigy could come today, put out a good album, and he might go run #1 for 2-3 hours. Then before you know it, Bob Marley again. Do those type of things hold back reggae, like from moving? We're not gonna say reggae.
When you say reggae, are you speaking reggae and dancehall?
No, I'm
or
just talking about reggae right now.
Because dancehall hasn't surpassed Bob Marley either. So.
But I wouldn't say dancehall is trying to surpass Bob Marley, because Bob Marley is Bob Marley
Okay.
in the reggae.
Okay.
But
What do you
dancehall is
think?
dancehall.
What do you think about? What do you think?
What I think about reggae?
Well, Bob Marley and him being the face of reggae music.
He will always be the face, but he's also in the grave. And to me, everything stops at his grave. Yes, we see things move around. And I think, and this is my total honest opinion, you see, if Garnet still never died, when he died, because he died so close in 10, 13 years within Bob Marley, I think Garnet Silk would have carried it and really propelled reggae to a different, and then maybe we wouldn't look at Bob Marley and it goes, because even in those times, Garnet Silk was putting out that message music like what Bob was saying, you know what I mean?
But so you don't think that Garnet Silk carried it and moved the genre
He
forward?
carried and moved it, but he died too young that a lot of people don't even talk about Garnet Silk today. Me and you would talk about him because we different, you know what I mean? We heard his music, I saw him perform live, so it's like a different feeling I get when I talk about. I never saw Bob Marley live or perform. I was too young. I was a kid.
But if you
know what I
seen
mean?
Garnet on cassette, you saw Bob.
No, I
on
saw him
cassette,
live on
so-
stage.
Okay.
So that's a different. You know what I mean, I could have probably, if I did only see him on, but I had his music also in that time. But yes, like I said, if Garnet, remember Garnet did like 94, 95.
Right,
He had a lot of living to go, and his music was powerful. But like when he died, like I said, that side, then we get Lucian and then bring it just so far when they could have bring it. We get to Sizzla.
So you're saying that Bob Marley's legacy
It's so great.
it
It's
has like a shadow
over reggae.
over reggae music?
I'm asking you that. That's how I see it.
What
I might be wrong, but that's how I view it.
So I have to make an analogy for this. My analogy would be Tupac and Tupac's legacy. So Tupac would have kind of been the face of thug rapping, but at the same time the poetic type
Yeah.
of.
Go on to my land. What to do? You know, fly.
You're stiff like wood. Anyway, so
Private.
Tupac legacy, right? He would have been looked at, or his catalog or his legacy is looked at like somebody prolific, and you kind of want to put it in like a backpack rapper or kind of like a conscious rapper type of thing, and he kind of would be like the face of something of that sort, or you know, that thug life or whatever that represents. He's the face of that, right? And with Tupac being that, you know, he's the face. There's no one that's gonna surpass him. There's no one that's gonna. And when you say surpass him, you mean when you leave out of the States and you go to Timbuktu, you go to friggin' damn near North Korea, someone's gonna have a Tupac t-shirt or a Bob Marley shirt. So the reason why I give that analogy is to bring it back to Bob. No, I don't think that he's hurting the brand reggae or the genre of reggae. I think that people need to dig deeper, dig deeper, right? Like, I'll say this, and I'm gonna go on the record, and I shouldn't make this kind of analogy, but I think right now, current day, Cartel is on pace to win a Grammy next year. I don't think he deserved it any other year. I think that this year coming up, Cartel is on pace to win a Grammy. The reason being, okay, he's the face of the genre. So he has the buzz, he has the attention. But then he also has a song that's not just under girl's skirt. He has this song that's a little bit beyond him, that can live beyond him. Today is a good day. That is a song that's going to kind of, it's different. It's outside of the realm. It's a song that flew past airport. Everybody's going to sing. A kid in Africa could say, today is a good day, give thanks for life. So something like that, music like that, it's transparent, and it will leave and go beyond where further than our friggin' language barrier can go. So with the Bob Marley, back to Bob Marley, one needs to go back into the lab, bro. Get writers to help you write, and you come through with a prolific body of work. You can't come and you can't forward into the industry or the business and give us 2 years. Chronics, Proto's been fighting. Chronics is the one that could have taken the genre a bit forward. I don't know. Sometimes you hear it could be label situations where it's contractual things. The reason why we're not getting, up-to-date music and current music, but he was the one that people wanted, like a Garnet Silk. He had that potential. But you have individuals that's forwarding into the business, and they're giving us hints of it, but they're not giving us the total package. For dancehall, I'm here to say it. Last week I kind of, to see Cartel at times, and at times I'm like, wow, I would like to see him perform stronger. I've seen a stronger performance. I've seen him kind of getting better. So for dancehall, he is that dominant one. During his tenure, for however long that he's reigned for, however long he's done music, he's been able to be the face. Bob Marley is continuing to be the face. Him run the pace. So, and the man said it 50 years ago. Them I got tired for see my face.
People, I best answer him ever give. He give a passionate answer right there, sir. I agree with you. Bob is the face of reggae. Cartel is the face of dancehall, but him have more song than just God is the greatest that's traveled past airport.
But
he has a lot of songs.
But I understand
what you're saying.
2025.
I understand what you're saying.
Where
but
he's going.
Him have songs that fly.
He came out with a little.
Them they in a undercarriage.
When
we fly, them fly.
What the little girl or whatever the other one 2 weeks ago? I don't remember what it was. The Cartel, the one that you say you put on your story. Wine for me, little girl, something.
Oh,
what I wonder.
Pretty Girl. Girl he's still running with Pretty Girl.
That Pretty Girl's not gonna take him to the Grammys.
Listen, you already have the Grammy song on the album already. Better.
Oh, so back to that.
You did a good soliloquy if you come with this damper, Don't do that. Don't damper the moment.
No, what? Hold on before you move forward.
No, but tell you about me. I agree with you. Bob is the face of reggae, and I agree that Chronics was the one. Cause even when we heard Chronics, we were like, yo, that youth are different. And for some reason, him slow up himself and probably can't find it forward right now. But anytime he find it, I hope he carry it where he's supposed to carry it. But music is a mission, not a competition. Him love say that. And I just feel say they don't give the other reggae artists that cause look at it. Dennis Brown was a great, and nobody
The
really...
Prince.
Them not even talk about Dennis Brown. It's just Bob Marley. Gregory Isaac, our next dominant one. They don't even talk about him. I just Bob Marley. They don't
Cool, cool ruler.
Cool ruler. Maybe when dancehall days done and Cartel gone, that'll be the same with them. I talk about Cartel and nobody
Remember,
else.
it was
You know what I mean?
Professor Nuts. Professor Nuts was the
So-
Cartel of his time.
I agree with you. Bob Marley, a dominant figure in my face of reggae. He's been it for the last 50 years probably. Who knows?
Yeah, it's not no who knows. That's chronic.
No, I'm just saying 'cause 50 years, like 1975. I don't know if he is running it from that time. You know what I mean? But naturally, we know he's been doing it at least 45 years, but I don't know about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
You know, before you, I don't know if you're gonna move along. So, Cartel, he asked Ziggy Marley where his Grammy at, and Ziggy replied
It
and told him come
feed.
for it.
Yeah.
So you know what that meant, right?
He's going for it this year coming up.
Exactly. So I think with today is a good day, because you're an extremist, so you jump out the window and you try to make it seem it wasn't a pull down. The reason why I said today is a good day is because this is a newly released song that's current. I didn't say that he doesn't have songs that pass airport, but this is a song that's going to go beyond his it's going to pull in fans that's not the norm for Vybz Kartel.
Oh, no, the reason why I had to say that because sometimes you talk like it's absolute.
And then
so
following,
people to know.
And following that, he came out with a Christian song. And I'm not saying, so I think with that sprinkle of, him trying out different genres of, not even saying genres, but just trying out different things.
Sounds.
I think sonically, I think it's working for him, and he's going to garner different fans. Now, I don't know if it's going to stick and stay, but I do think, I'm going to come on record. There's no one, everything that I've been saying today, I'm kicking it. I'm not stepping on his chest today, Cause everything that, you come back with your phone business again today? Don't do it, Oh, me step on it. But anyway, you see today, I've been dropping things that you're not going to hear it at any other podcast. They're going to have to listen, come here, and then go utter out some of these things. It's right here, the IDF. Yes.
What's that stand for again?
Important. Factual.
IDF?
Yeah.
Where you get that from?
No.
What did D stand for?
No, you try to flap on my IDF, I don't like it. Yeah, I got chop and squeeze that part,
Yeah, anyway. Spell if him right.
but yeah, man, I definitely think that Bob Marley, to me, because you always forward and you kind of. It
bash
seems
him.
like you definitely bash him. You say a whole bunch of blasphemy. You say that Cartel is bigger than Bob Marley, all type of weird stuff like that.
If I want to at that day, I would say it.
Yeah, it's just like
me not mad, but me say it.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? But Bob Marley, to me personally, the catalog that he's left behind, and it's the same for Tupac. And you might call me old or whatever have you, but Tupac, All Eyes on Me. It's something about that album, bro. Where that album,
is my favorite.
All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli, like To Live and Die in L.A. I don't know if that's an album or not. But these friggin' albums, bro, like from front to back, and that is certain something that not too many artists have, like a cohesive, and maybe we can talk about that as far as one day we'll talk about like legendary albums, because like it's not too many artists, Till Shiloh, Sizzla, The Real Thing, Capleton, that double friggin' more fire
At the time we played that, I don't know the name, right, brother?
I'm telling you that certain artists had some classical albums, bro, and then certain artists, they got duds. Let me ask you, does Idonia have an album? Yeah, I think he has one. I think he has
He
one.
put out one there.
Yeah, I think he has one.
Unoccupied Mind, something like
Yeah,
that. And then
I
my
think
next
he has.
one Sweat
Yeah, I
Project
think
where
he
he put
have
out
two.
like a mixtape type of.
Yeah.
But don't he credit himself for doing like a mixtapes when he just a star. So I guess he did all his album works on mixtapes. I guess I don't know.
But yeah, so that wasn't a pull down question. I just
Oh
was
no,
thinking.
just a,
but
that
yeah,
really happened.
so
I was there.
like for what Bob Marley did for the culture, and it's still resonating up to today's day. War songs like War, man. Some like
I mean, Ambush in the Night, one of my favorite.
just cooler,
I
man.
mean,
Like
Get
No
Up, Stand
Woman
Up.
Don't Cry.
I mean, I'm sang
Two
that.
Little Birds.
And
Like
then
these
that's
are
again,
legendary.
you see, me, I like the Rebel Bob music. I'm on
Yeah, trust me, I love the Bob
Bob
and the
song.
Wailers too. I went downtown, Miss Brown, them Brown Sugar and them sung there. But like I said, he has an extensive catalog, and I don't see the artist to date that kind of can stand the test of time. It doesn't matter.
Marley really
it doesn't,
stand the test of time. He's
Yeah.
stand through a lot of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I ain't
man,
gonna lie,
50 years,
cause
50 years, 50 years.
I mean, he
And
stand through a whole heap of time.
we only have in America, the States, you have like Michael Jackson, that's
And he might
doing
have
things
only
like
had a
that.
person that really compare.
Yeah, you
Bob
got,
and
like,
Mike.
Michael
You know what I
Jackson.
mean? So MJ the Great, Bob the Great.
So, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm never blasphemous people, but I like to question and ask questions. You know what I mean? And him give a good answer to how he feel about reggae. Can't knock him. He's into reggae a lot. I'm into dancehall a lot. And it was really good to hear how he feel on reggae, because he's a man who listen, him tune them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, this might be our last topic, yes sir.
Really quick, we'll touch up Ivany.
Ivany. I mean, Skilli. Big up Skillibeng. He might do big things in our music, like we said earlier.
They say Ivany, he keep the breast, okay, he keep the breast.
Well, he said, Ivany have our OnlyFans.
Trouble.
I mean, Ivany make it in our world now.
They said, we'll see if your head got chip.
Why?
They say,
why?
They say Ivany take back our internet from Cartel.
Never Ivany over Cartel, but she had do her thing last night.
That's what they
Yeah, well, they say, how much she make first week
I don't know.
sales?
She said she made $11,000 in a few days. 11K.
And she
US.
not take it in, she just a skin it out. Whoa.
Did you see the videos?
No, I just say when.
You didn't see the videos?
No, I'm not going. I didn't see it. I just saw when she had played a song with Skilli.
Still in now. You want me showing now? I don't want to get what thing. Pull dog. I'm not trouble.
Troublemakers.
Check, find the WhatsApp group, man. Find my WhatsApp group. I'll put it in one of the comment section. You find the WhatsApp group and the videos will be there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, like Ivany, you don't know, she come a long way from TikTok days and Instagram days.
Ivany.
She got an OnlyFans right now. That's like the major move.
Ivany to go on with herself. And she didn't only do that. She went and she was, I'll be totally honest, people. So she's there, and you're seeing Ivany, and I think she did her body. So you're seeing her body and the legs and, whole heap of skin and thing and luxurious and rare instruments and that sort of thing, if you get what I mean.
Oh, she had do them something like that.
PG.
Not P. Diddy.
Not PG. Rated well R.
Not P. Diddy.
Rated. Yeah, man, she did it by herself. She have her little sitting, her utensil, what she was using to make her moment be more delightful for herself, I should say. And, it was a watch. I watched it. It was a watch.
Did you donate?
No, I'm not on OnlyFans, bro. I just told you to check the WhatsApp group, guys. Put in our comment section if you want the WhatsApp
you get a
group.
free look.
Yeah, so why you gonna do them something? I'm never go on.
The girl advertised herself to get paid that you had teeth look.
She get $11,000, brother. Where the backside? Why
you could have given her 11,00001.
Not per
They're going for your free look.
Brother, I'm not on
ladies.
Yeah, man, definitely.
He's not supportive that way.
No. Never that support that way. But Ivany,
I should
put it like this.
I should look good
I don't.
too.
I don't.
Ivany,
Listen,
supposed
I
to make
didn't
her
say.
money.
I didn't say that a person shouldn't go and go pay your money. Listen, she was there. She did all of the things. Them, you could see it. So go pay it. All right, check your WhatsApp group and.
I mean, find her on OnlyFans.
But not only that, you know, like I said, they said that she came back for her internet, which everybody was locked in. It reached on my radar, as you can see. And then the very next day, she pops out another video and she did it. And I be here, do-dum-dum-dum, do-do-do-do-do-do. Yo, I'd be here, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Be here something, you never see that one there.
All of them something, yeah?
She come out the next day, be something Ivany, I'm not gonna lie. Thing turn up.
She do it.
And with that Skilli song, you know, and like I said earlier, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Skilli hasn't dropped the ball, he hasn't dropped the catch, not one time. Yeah, man, a beer slaps.
Big up the
beer
bang.
slaps with all of the
Skillibeng.
features or whatever. She had like a little intro part in the song. Song kind of has a little buzz.
The song of a buzz, man.
Yeah.
And what she had dance to it, a little bit of bunks to it to give a little more bunks.
Little bit. That one there.
I mean,
the first one X-rated. This one a PG-16. You see me? That one has PG-16 with beer.
it's a little more.
It did all go on. I like it. I like it for Skilli. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, yo, I'm really have to big up Skilli, bro, because man, the youth from him find him, before brick, from him find him first to go catch. The man that dropped it.
Honda was my song.
Yeah, all about the Honda. Yeah.
Honda was my song.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah, I mean,
Mr.
Universe, remember,
our Tornado, Bomba Club, Mr. Universe tough, but Tornado,
tough.
And then he had the next one with like Tornado on the said rhythm. Forget that one the name.
The one about the girl.
Yo, Skilli is a very, very, very. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's underappreciated. Yeah, because
I think he crossed over too early upon them.
No, man, the man I carry. Yo, Skilli I carry the swing for the last from him boss till now. Him just I carry this and him humble with it still, you know. But he's a youth where if he ready for flexing, him can flex, you know.
You see him teeth and him pen.
No, well, we're not even a talk about that. Like him can.
That's a big flex.
Alright.
Him have the
alright.
The football
you
player.
You kinda have to put Skilli in a big league. When me say big league, like as far as if him not there, I don't know if me gonna say right up a popcorn and alkaline and massacre, but brother,
alkaline massacre range.
Brother, the man have song with Tyler, brother.
Yeah, but
the man have the man have about 3 African song. Him make Marley song, you know.
So I'm say him above alkaline and massacre. That's how that me say. But in the reach popular.
Well, me just say, well, yes. What him a push up his arm up there in a big league there.
Yeah, he can walk around and flex. He can flex. Can debo.
I don't want to pull up him bigger than Donia.
Not longevity wise, but musical wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not longevity, cause
he got a catalog too, Skilli, right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. Musically,
I didn't put this on the radar. Like I didn't say which one. He got another slap was sick, yo. One African with an African artist where yo, Skilli definitely. Brrr. Yeah, man, the man's been delivering, bro. Like carrying his career. Anytime it's him on a feature. Skilli is, you can expect Skilli. Skilli move like a Jada. He move like a Jada Kiss.
He's my feature artist.
He move like a Jada Kiss.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Features them create impact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't just feature. I don't like Sean Paul go do Marley remix and it not gonna away. No man.
A lot of people try for the Marley
Skilli song go wait for go and I do it for do.
A lot of people.
They reached Billboard number 65 this week on Billboard with
Skilli have it.
Marley and Shensi.
Bless me.
Silent Addy.
That one there.
Yeah, that one there. That one there was a slap.
Bless me.
Bless
Come on,
Moses
Skilli.
slap.
Yeah, Skilli have some real good hit. But yeah, you don't know, we want some
And I'm
more.
having big bumper with Fat Gal with Cartel. When them go perform, the crowd go crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. So you don't know, Ivany go and do your thing, make your money, OnlyFans. She make 11,000 so far. When I watch the money, make sure it go up.
So
You
you
don't
know,
know?
before we take it away, the Cartel show, like I keep on hearing really quick, and I guess today I think I'm saying Cartel more than the extremists, but you know, I think that
Conversion, he's been converted.
no, it's not.
Yes. No more
So
vendetta. Dead.
I've been hearing ones different podcasts. They keep on saying, "Oh, Cartel because of this 1.3 with the Cartel thing and Buju name is calling," and they keep on saying, "Well, Buju this and Buju that." People, let me say this to you guys, and I want you guys to think a little bit. Think for me. Cartel show. He got his 1.5, his 1.3. I think he's getting 1.5 minimum at most of these venues, or if not all. He got 3 million at his first show.
4.
Whatever. 3.5. We could put it in the
4.8.
middle.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever it might have been. I want you guys to think. So, Buju is a businessman. Buju kept each one of his shows for himself. You understand? So, let's just say, at the time, Buju, these venues are holding 15,000. Buju would have been getting the gates of 15,000. So, it is similar money, but he wasn't getting the money from a promoter. You understand? So, don't think that some of these artists, when you see them,
And I think I want to size up. Buju have 11 show, I only do 4, so. And next time, and next day, Cartel sell out all over the world. Arenas, 15, 20. I think the smallest venue, Atlantic City, 12,000, so. You don't know. World boss, Gaza Nation. This is the Let Me Land podcast. I'm Rockstar 860. He is?
hey, you don't know, I want reggae there. Chick
me.
out in face
And
another week.
out.
Tell the boy don't run next week. Mash you up again. Yeah, dead batty boy. Watch him edit up some of them.
Never mash me up. Why?
And you think me I put you in that? Move your
What you
bullet.
mean?
Move your nasty
Fuck
ass.
you feel like?